If we cannot price it appropriately with a client in order to sustain it well within our organization, then I tell the client, I'm sorry, that is not how we operate, and I can't find a way to make this work with you. Sorry.
I love you, Niki.
You said something amazing.
It's a great answer.
Thank God for Niki.
Shit client says, we have 3 challenges here. They're both something that a potential client could say. And
I'm excited.
I'd like someone to volunteer to take one of these, and then maybe Niki, you can fix it or improve it or rate it or something.
Ooh, can we pretend to be one of the clients?
No.
Thematic readings.
Can we do thematic readings?
Barry, you go first. Do you want to challenge 1, 2, or 3?
Great. I'll go. 3.
They're all difficult. I'll say they're all difficult.
3.
Okay.
Niki's going to be stellar at this.
I might shit the bed. Okay.
Well, Barry, you're client facing too, and so are you, Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Try not to be.
I try not to be anymore.
I was going to say, Barry, ooh.
Well, we're here to support you through this, Barry. So number 3.
Sure.
All of our launches and sales happen on Saturdays and Sundays. We will need full media buying support on the weekends.
I swear to you, I have used this. Did you make this? I've used almost exactly this example in a deck I've presented about setting and managing expectations to my internal teams. So
what do you say to the client then?
I would first gather data and try and find examples of where that isn't necessarily relevant. I'd also try and understand their business and figure out why. I've personally had to do this. I used to have to launch campaigns for AT&T for Taylor Swift campaigns, Taylor Swift concerts, where they would get photos from the concert of the crowd and then run ads for about 24 hours of photos of fans in the crowd enjoying the show. But, no one seeing those ads knew that or cared anything about that. It was the most silly thing ever. So, the goal was for us to get them to just, hey, why don't we just promote Taylor Swift and generic concert photos? Let's A/B test this. So we were able to do that. We were able to get them to agree to test the live photos versus the best performing photos from previous events, and which allowed us to then, when it won, just schedule ads ahead of time and get them to be scheduled to launch rather than needing to be actively working live. And if I remember correctly, we even got them to agree to just leave it on evergreen over the week because we also tested that. But there are times where they might just say, no, you can't even test something like that. We are doing this because our CMO says so. And you just have to do it.
So, Niki, how would you augment that?
Well, if I can be totally honest, I think Barry is spot on. Way to go, Barry.
Also, I just want to point out, thank you. I will point out, if a client asked me to do this today, I would give them 2 middle fingers and say, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Don't talk to me ever again. And
Barry,
I would block them on
I take it all back.
That's just
and no.
I just wanted to point out. Well, my life has changed. I used to have to work in that kind of client services.
I agree.
These days, this is stupidity I don't put up with.
I fully agree. I think step 1 is understand the ask and see if there's a data way around it. See if it's like, do you want to do this because you're on some weird power trip and you want to tell us what to do 7 days a week? Or
you should ask them that question. Are you on a power trip? That's a great question to ask your client.
Or are you handcuffed by something that is like further up in your company, or can we change this? And then the second way at it is, if this is a giant client that we need to keep, because it is helping sustain our business, then we might need to talk about repricing our scope so that we can hire an additional person with the expectation that you work for Fire Team on Saturday and Sunday managing this account. What I will not do is subject my people who I have and impart a full work-life balance on outside of Q4, because that's not how I want to run my company. I would never say to anyone who has the expectation of working Monday through Friday that now you have to do this on the weekends. And I wouldn't shift their work, and I wouldn't be like, now you have Mondays and Tuesdays off. If we cannot price it appropriately with a client in order to sustain it well within our organization, then I tell the client, I'm sorry, that is not how we operate, and I can't find a way to make this work with you. Sorry.
I love you,
Perfect.
Nikki.
You said something amazing.
It's a great answer.
Thank
You
God
said
for
something
Nikki.
Okay.
I
But
want
then I give middle fingers in our internal Slack
Yeah, there
channels
you
all
go.
day.
Yeah, and then
yeah, that's the thing. You got to do it internally.
Yeah.
But you read you stitched together what I said and what you said. The big thing you said that's the most important part is peeling back that bigger context from them, so that you can work together solving this problem of why are we doing this on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Because that's the context that you need,
Right,
so we can
right.
solve this together as a partner.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in my position, you can't, everyone else in the company can be like, what the fuck? And in my position, I have to be like, okay, let's just wait and let's just respond with normal, clear heads. Keep going, Jess. I know you want to move on.
Yep. Jordan, so you're up. Challenge 1 or challenge 2?
I'll take number 1.
Okay. Our font is Dominica Flambeau Grotesque Semi-Bold. Please don't use anything else, especially TikTok stuff, because it doesn't match the sophistication of the brand.
Oh my God.
I would start off by saying Flambeau Grotesque Semi-Bold is not sophisticated in any way, shape, or form. Just get a nice little roast in there to start. And then I would tell them that the goal of ads is to not look like ads. If you force your font on a platform where you should use the native fonts, you're going to stand out and not perform well at all. So if you want me to burn your money, I will. But if you want to make money, we should use the native fonts.
Yes.
But what if this person is like the head of brand? Because that's where you get a lot of these comments from. There's people who don't care about the performance.
Yeah.
They're like some creative director or whatever.
Yeah, I would ask what their objective is. Like, what is your objective? Because if you're running ads because you want them to look pretty, you are way richer than I had any imagined. Like, you're ready to burn money, right? And so I would just have a real conversation with, hey, what is the goal here? Is the goal here to, give you something aesthetically that you can look at, or is your goal to drive new customers? Because if it's to drive new customers, then we are not using Flambeau Grotesque Semi-Bold. Full stop.
Yes.
It's just as bad as Comic Sans now.
Yeah. Right.
Nikki?
Fully agree. Jordan is spot on. I would only add that I try to have this conversation in the upfront, in the scope building phase, where I say to them, we're going to deliver you a creative strategy and a digital strategy that shows you how we want to get into market. And I am not asking you if we are on brand. I am asking you if you see any giant red flags that are going to ruin your business. And if not, then please allow us to get into market and test these things so that we can give you results. And I would also go a step further, where if you are regrouping on goals and objectives, like you said, Jordan, and the objective is no longer performance, if it's like, I don't really care how it performs, it just has to be on brand, then I am instantly changing our entire scope and fee structure, because if we're working off a percentage of ad spend or anything performance related, then we can't have that relationship. If we have a giant flat fee to run whatever ads you want every month, then let's do it. But if we're still on this performance-based fee structure, then this could be the end of that potential partnership.
Great. Okay. And then Nikki, I'll just stick you with the last one before you leave challenge number 2. We have too much inventory of insert uncompelling product. Please make and run some ads to improve sales.
This is real life.
This is
real
sounding
life.
very familiar.
I
Jess.
know,
I
man.
wonder who watches this.
Who hasn't? Have we not all been in this situation?
Yeah, of course we have. Of course we have. So, I may answer this in a way that not every client-facing person would answer, because the fundamental, where we're at right now with our business and the types of clients we want to foster relationships with, depends on a level of transparency and trust, not only in the ad space, but also in their business space. So we're really striving to be more than just an ads partner. We're really striving to get involved in the business from from head to tail, so that because when they do well, we do well, and when they're making $10 million, they don't mind cutting us a $1 million check. That's a place where we all feel really good. So the reality of this is you have to try. You have to try making good on their ask in the beginning, because they're a client that needs to sell inventory and it's now sitting on their shelves. So you got to be like, yes, I understand where you're coming from. We will try. And if enough tries come back with enough data to show that this product doesn't have product market fit, like we're doing everything right, we are not going to spend inefficiently because that doesn't help our incentive, which is your entire business doing well, then the next step is truly, can we have a conversation about how successful we truly think this product is? And I'm really sorry if this hurts your feelings or leaves you with a bunch of inventory in the warehouse. But the reality is, and we're about to do this with a client, this was a bad investment. This product was a bad investment. And we've tried every which way to Sunday to sell it, and we can't. And you will get a lot more value out of us as a transparent partner than you will out of me pretending that your ads are doing well.
Thank you, Niki.
If I were an account manager at a larger agency, I wouldn't have that authority, and I would have to ask my director of client management or whoever to have that conversation with the client.
Thank you, Niki. I know you have to go.
I have to go. Yeah.
So
that was stellar,
Jordan,
Niki.
You had a very visible reaction to this one. Anything to add here?
Yeah, I mean, so sometimes like we'll get asked this and I'll just tell them straight up. I'm going to be like, hey, as long as you don't want to make any profit and you purely just want to pay $150 for a $40 AOV purchase, then yeah, we can go ahead. But one thing I don't want to hear is you coming back and saying, why did the ads suck? Because I'm telling you right now, they're going to suck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they still will come back and be like, how come all these ads sucked? They still will,
No.
no matter how many times you.
Yeah.
Right.
I hate the situation.
That's why we keep receipts. Email receipts,
about-
screenshots.
Can we find a way to bundle, or like,
Yeah, free gift.
Yeah.
yeah, get rid of this product. Yeah,
For sure.
Jordan, do you have a hard stop? Or
I do
Barry,
not.
you have a hard?
I'm good.
Okay.
Go.
I'm going to go.
Thank you, Niki.
Bye, team. Thank you for having me on
Bye.
this. I'll do this again sometime. I'll make more tweets so that I have less embarrassing things to explain later on.
We didn't make
Okay,
her
bye.
put a background on. We gotta get a virtual.
And she's
background.
got to get
I
it
didn't even
back.
know how to do that. Yeah, I
Maybe
haven't paid
we'll
attention to
adopt
anything
that.
since I've been on calls since 9 a.m. Okay, bye.